we got some of our products right here. You know, we have our lemonade, that's right there. What is our fruit punch flavored drink. And they both, 15 milligrams, so they nice. And, it's a nice little potency for you. And how you chew up or nothing like that, but you still functional, you know what I'm saying? And of course, we got, a couple of our favorites down at the bottom, some of our exotics. We got the mochi over there to the right. And yep, that one right there. And then we got the oh yeah, that's a lot of people like that one, to be honest. That one and the King's Cake. I didn't bring the King's Cake with me today, but that one and the King's Cake, a lot of people talk about.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna put in my order before you leave.
Yeah, and then we do got that's the tiramisu right there. So I don't know if you're familiar with, desserts or anything.
I like tiramisu.
Yeah, this is a nice dessert, but a lot of people like that.
Very frosty too.
Yes.
Very frosty.
And them ones, they come in like pretty decent size. They pretty heavy, they pretty dense too.
Oh yeah.
That's just some of the strains that we carry, but we got a couple other ones.
Honestly, I'm trying to just switch over to doing papers.
Papers?
Because I've been doing like cigars and lips.
Yeah, I got some. You ever tried Kimmel's?
My friend, yeah, she was.
It's a great tobacco alternative if you trying to like convert. It's just because it hit just like a blunt and it rolled like one too. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, shout out. We ain't getting sponsored by Camo, but shout out to Camo. Y'all came through.
Of course.
Alright, much love for coming through. Let's get to some of these questions though about your little company. Just about your company and what inspired you. So my first question is, what inspired you to develop your idea?
Well, shoot. I mean, honestly, I just said personal experience. You feel me? Just like, when I started, I guess you could say, just smoking myself, I kind of got tired of like having to like meet with people, going to different spots, meeting this parking lot, dealing with the unreliability a little bit. And then like when I started doing it for myself, I just felt a little bit more comfortable just like dropping it off at, at the crib, because then it's just like, yeah, and it's like, it kind of cuts down on I think it's the word, like ambiguity about it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So, just drop it up to the crib, make it easier. So I guess you could say just personal experience is just
personal experience. Yeah, I get that because I know I hate being in the parking lot sometimes. I like to get mine.
You sitting over there,
yeah, looking. I ain't trying to drive around with it. I'm trying to bring it to the house.
Exactly. I mean, everybody get things delivered to them anyway, so it's kind of like a no-brainer. You get groceries delivered, you get your clothes delivered, you get meds delivered.
Why not get your smoke delivered too?
Precisely. You stay in the house and shoot.
So my next question is, what strategies did you use first to market your business?
What strategy? Bruh, if I'm gonna be honest, I'm gonna say really word of mouth. Like, yeah, it wasn't really like no major like marketing tools and stuff. Cause I mean, like even with social media, it's like it's difficult because they flagging everything. So I like most of it is just like word of mouth.
Word of mouth.
You know what I'm saying? Just like talking to people, even like how you met me. Doing the events and stuff like that. So mainly just
shout out to word of mouth again. Yeah. Social media is great, but shout out to word of mouth.
That's how you find the best.
Always how you find the best, authentic. So my next question is, what about your business separates you from others?
Well, I would say our selection process is just, how we take care of our people. So, like, when I say our selection process, I mean, like, one of our goals is to make sure that we carry strains that you can't find in the city. So, like, we don't want you to, like, go, to a function or whatever, and you know what I mean? You got 10 other people smoking, and they all smoking Orange Kush. Not saying there's anything wrong with Orange Kush if you got that,
right.
But, you might be the only person in there with King's Cake. You feel me?
So everybody.
Exactly.
Everybody.
You smoking different, so we like to provide a little bit of variety to it. So, I'm a little bit snobby with my smoke too. So I like to make sure it's grade A for you.
Okay.
So, we don't like having, everything, we know what everything is. So, we don't call everything side, everything is not,
Yeah.
But, and then like, you know, like I said, like handling our how we handle our people. So, you know, like, we like to, I appreciate, like, any of all reviews that we get, because it gives me opportunity to better, you know, my product is going to better my company. So, you know, if somebody, like, come by and they say, you know, a gummy or something didn't hit them, is what they, you know, as hard as they expected it to hit them or whatever, you know, that gives us a chance to go back in, you know, mess with the doses a little bit. And then it's like, you know, benefit for them. They get to try it again, but at 50% off now. Just to make up for that experience.
Y'all catch that? Y'all catch that 50% off if it don't hit you like you wanted to. Guaranteed. You heard it from the horse's mouth right here.
Exactly. So, you know, if yeah, so if you know, it don't hit you right, you get the opportunity to try it again. And, you know, it just, you know, I'll say if you didn't have a good experience with the product, you at least just have a better experience with the company. You know what I'm saying?
I like that. I
Yeah.
like that.
Keep our people
happy.
happy.
Come on now.
Yeah, of course, of course.
Alright, so my next question is, what challenges did you have to overcome at the beginning of your journey?
So the challenges, really, at the beginning, I would say really is just like me really dialing in on like the market for real. Just like really understanding like what folks is like looking for. Like, you know, I know what I'm looking for as a consumer, so just taking my own personal experience, but then also applying that to, you know, what I experienced actually, you know, working out here.
Yeah.
So, and then, like, you know, previous back to our other question, just like marketing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just letting people know that I'm here is probably like the biggest obstacle that I've had to come over. Everything else has been like, you know, just what you would expect in starting a business, you know, a little bit of trial and error, things like that, but it's just like, you learn. You know, you get stuff and you learn.
Because it ain't your route, but you learn and you learn. Alright, one more question. I think I did. Okay, so how have your priorities changed from when you first started?
So, I mean, I might be like, you know, you saying what I said before, but I say like I say like dialing in on, you know, the market, on my customer base, on my audience, pretty much. So like I'll focus more on what people are looking for, like what the customer is looking for, versus them, like versus what's trending or what's like expected. Because a lot of times, like I say a misconception that a lot of people have would be like that everybody want to get fucked up when it comes to get high. Excuse my language.
Nah, you good, honey.
But like that's a
Probably it down there.
yeah, you know.
Let it be yourself.
Alright. Well, you know, fuck it. I'm just playing. But nah, like it's a misconception that everybody want to get, you know, like twisted every time, but that's not true. So like daily users, like, you know, for instance, our drinks, like about 10 to 15 milligrams, that's a good, like, that's where most daily users stay at. They stay within that range for our dailies. Now, of course, you got some people that's just like, they gotta have something that smack every time. Like, it gotta be like 50 milligrams and up. Like, that's the only thing that do it.
I don't know, but they need it.
Yeah, like, I don't, you know what I'm saying? But most people, you know, it's not really like that. So it's just like pivoting a little bit. You know, seeing that like what you would think, you know, is true ain't really true. So it's just, you know, learning my people and stuff.
Because, you know, most people be out here and I'm the type of person, I look for the strains. I'm a big indica smoker. So I smoke indica, but I like to be functional too, because I like cocaine. So I'm just like, what do you have? You have a sativa, a hybrid, or indica.
You let her know.
And they like, oh, it's gas. I'm like, bruh,
But
everything is not gas.
Nah, man, because I ain't even gonna lie to you. Like, I was talking to somebody like the other day, and they was like, you know, they was talking about, you know, how they only smoke, like, they was saying how they only smoke die, they only smoke die. I was like, is that a category or is that a strain? It would be like,
Is it just gas or what? Because I
mean, like, we got everything. That's what I mean. Like, everything ain't gas. If it's gas to you, might be trash to somebody else. It might not be that. And on top of that, like, they be calling, like, they don't even know if they be having sex.
They really don't. And they don't know if it's a body high, a head high. or
They just know
just
it's gonna get you
relationship?
high.
They just know it's gonna get you high. Man, it smell good. Smell it. Smell it. Man, look at it. I can see you on video.
It's gonna put you on game too, cause even like I'll tell you this much, the smell is really not all that. The smell is like the terpenes and stuff, but it's like you can get some gas that like is gassy as fuck, not in the sense that it smells, but it hits you. It could not have a smell. That just means that maybe they didn't like dry that shit right, but or I should say cure it right, not dry it right. But because the curing process is what allows the terpenes to really come up out of it, But the longer you cure it, then the better, the smell of it or the better the experience will be. That's where you get all the aromas from and stuff.
Okay, so let me ask you a question about that frost. When it's looking frosty, you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Frost.
So the frost, that's the amount of that's trichomes. So trichomes are like little, if you look at it underneath a microscope, they look like little mushrooms, but like the head of it is like clear. So it's good to have it like frosty because that means it's sticky, which means it's gonna have a lot of resin. A lot of people like that for the visual aesthetics of it, but just because something isn't super frosty, that doesn't necessarily make it bad. There's a lot of things that you can do to the plant to make it look like that just for a visual appeal, but that doesn't necessarily mean that the THC percentage is very high.
Definitely teach me something.
You feel me? Like, I mean, because you could, it's a lot of different, because I mean, you can get like that frostiness simply from stressing the plant out. You know what I mean? So it's just a reaction from it. You can get it from, having low temperatures and, stuff like that. It's different things that you can do for it. Like, I say rapper weed is what most people are looking for. It's just the bag appeal. You know what I mean? But I didn't just me being a consumer. Like, I've seen stuff where it got bag appeal, but it didn't hit. Like, you know what I'm saying?
And I can definitely agree with that.
So
I've messed with a lot of dealers with that bag appeal, and they get you when they put that light on it, and I'm like, oh, I'm about to get some gas.
It's the sparkliness. It look good, but it's just, it might not hit you like how you expect. But then you might come across some green, and that shit blow you up. And it's not even that visually appealing. It's not, they don't got the smell to it to blow you out, but that high it gets you because it's all about how you cultivate it. You got strains that come out like that, but it's really all about like how you grow the plant, how you take care of it. Is what determines quality. You know what I mean? It's like it's the whole setting. It's like it's the environment of it. It's like everything from the seed and the genetics all the way up to like how you cut it down, how you flush it, how long do you dry it for, what's your curing process? How do you dry? You keep the air circulating in there, or do you just leave it stagnant? Do you wait till the stem snap, or is it still a little bendy? You know what I mean? There's different things that you can do about it.
So, what's the best way to dry out that process?
I'd say the best way to dry would be, I like to slow dry. Always slow dry. The more patient that you are with the plant, the better the quality. A lot of people like to rush it, which they just do that just to hurry up and either turn a profit or just to hurry up and get it off the plant being patient. But the slow dry, keeping it at the humidity about 50% or less, but continuously you have the air flow in there. You know what I mean? Keeping it dark. But I'd say a week should be good. A slow dry with a nice little airflow should be cool. As soon as that stem snap, that's how you ready. That's how you know it's ready. You don't want it to get too brittle, because if it gets too dry, you can lose trichomes.
Man, don't teach me how to
Bro, listen, man, I got knowledge behind it, you feel me? So, I mean, I even know, I can smoke some stuff to tell you whether or not it was grown right. I can smell it, tell you whether or not it was cured right, whether or not, I can damn near tell you how they grew it. You can tell, there's something that you're supposed to do when you grow weed, it's called flushing. And so, just like every other plant, because it's an organism, in order for it to grow, properly, for it to be big, luscious, for you to get a high yield, you give it nutrients. You know what I'm saying? So the flushing process is something that you're supposed to do towards the end of your harvest, but before you cut. So it's the last 2 weeks of your flowering period is when you're supposed to flush it. Flushing is when you just give her nothing but water. And when I say her, I'm referring to the plant, she's female.
Right.
But you give her nothing but water, no nutrients, nothing. And that just gives her opportunity to flush out all of the nutrients buildup that's within her. And then what I like to do is I like to give her at least 2 days of just straight darkness. And by giving her 2 days of straight darkness, that basically gets her ready to die. You know what I'm saying?
Damn.
I mean, you know, pretty much. But yeah, and then so when you flush it, that's how you get. The longer you flush it and the better you flush it, that's how you get that clean, smooth smoke. Like if you ever smoke something and you get like an itchy little burning feeling in the back of your throat, that's the nutrients that you're smoking that's still in the plant.
Okay, put some insight in on me. So above par, how did you come over to
Well, Par is my last name.
Okay.
So that's that part. And above, because I mean, we can't be subpar. We can't be par. We gotta be above it. We gotta
Be above it.
You know what I mean? We gotta be up there, top notch. That's like how I like to, you know, run all my studies. So I take care of my people the way I do. That's why, you know, I go through my strength selection process the way I do. So I handle my reviews the way I do. You know, you in good hands, you fucking with me, guaranteed.
Guaranteed. Guaranteed. So one more question before we close out this segment. So my question is, do you prefer chemicals or you prefer the natural way? Slowly and surely
Man,
doing something.
it's always gonna be natural with me. It's always gonna be natural. Natural is the best way to go. Like, you can get, like, with chemical grows, you know, a lot of people like to opt in for that just because, like, you can get a higher yield and it's quicker, but it's nothing like organic. It's nothing like organic because it's cleaner and it's just, like, even, like, if you grow organic, like, you don't even really have to flush for that long when it's organic. The plant will kind of, like, do it to itself. Yeah, because it's, and on top of that, when you top feed, which is like normally what you do with natural grow, the plant takes what it needs when it needs it. So all you gotta do is give her water. So you kind of already flushing. You just have to just don't give her no nutrients or like don't top feed her for like. Normally you have to top feed depending on how often she drinks, like maybe like once a month. You know what I'm saying? Because she takes it up as she needs it. So I always say organic because it's cleaner, and I feel like it just, if you can get what you would, I guess that bag appeal or like what you would call rapper weed from organic grow, you a bad motherfucker. Because like when you use chemicals, it's just like, think about, you know, yeah, you know, think about what they do like with our food, you know what I mean, with livestock. You know, if you give an animal steroids, yeah, you're going to get a bigger chicken, bigger meat, you know what I mean? You might get a higher yield from it, but, you know, how good is the quality compared to if, you know, a chicken was naturally grown like that? You know, you just fed it right, you took care of it, gave it exercise, and that was built up the natural. It's different. So I always opt in for the organic ground. I don't care how long it's going to take. I don't care how difficult the process is. My main concern is making sure that the plant has a full, wonderful life. You know what I'm saying? Because if I get her, she gonna get me.
Exactly. Nice and stuff. But y'all heard it first here on Dom's Couch with Above Par.
Yup.